Hi, everyone, and welcome to the podcast. I'm Alex, and I'm really happy you're here with us today.
Hi, I'm Jenny. Thank you so much for listening. Take a moment, relax, and enjoy this conversation with us.
Today, we're going to talk about something very important, something that affects our days more than we realize. We're going to talk about daily routines.
Yes, daily routines. Not perfect routines. Not strict routines. Just the small things we do every day.
A lot of people think routines are boring or stressful. They think routine means doing the same thing again and again, without freedom.
But actually, a good routine can give you more freedom. It helps your mind feel calm. It helps your day feel more organized.
When you don't have a routine, every day feels a little chaotic. You wake up and you don't really know where to start.
Exactly. And that can create stress, even if you don't notice it immediately.
For me, a daily routine is like a guide. It doesn't control my life, but it helps me move through the day more easily.
I agree. A routine gives structure, but it should still be flexible. Life is not the same every day.
And routines are not about being productive all the time. They're also about taking care of yourself.
Yes, taking care of your body, your mind, and even your emotions. Simple things like sleeping well, eating regularly, or taking a few quiet minutes.
And routines are very helpful when you're learning something new, like learning English.
Definitely. Doing a little every day is much better than doing a lot once in a while.
So in this podcast, we'll talk about why routines matter, how we live our own routines, and how you can slowly change yours.
In the next part, we'll share our personal daily routines. What we like, what we don't like, and what really works for us.
So stay with us. This is just the beginning. Now that we talked about why daily routines are important, let's talk about something more personal.
Yes, let's share our own routines. Not to say this is the best routine, but just to show that everyone is different.
I'll start. My day usually begins quietly. I'm not someone who likes to rush in the morning.
Same here. If I rush, my whole day feels rushed.
When I wake up, I don't touch my phone immediately. I used to do that, and it made me feel anxious without knowing why.
That's interesting, because I had the same experience. Checking messages or social media too early can really affect your mood.
So now, I take a few minutes just for myself. I stretch a little, drink water, and breathe.
I like that. For me, mornings are also about setting the tone for the day.
After that, I usually choose one main task for the day. Not 10 tasks, just one important thing.
That's very smart. I used to make long to-do lists, and it stressed me out.
Exactly. When the list is too long, you feel like you're failing all the time.
My routine is a bit different. I like to start with something positive, like writing a few thoughts or listening to calm music.
That sounds really nice.
It helps me feel centered. But I'll be honest, I don't like strict schedules.
I understand that. Sometimes schedules can feel like pressure.
Yes, and when I feel pressured, I lose motivation. So I prefer flexible routines.
For me, afternoons are usually my most productive time. That's when I focus on work or learning.
I'm the opposite. My energy goes down in the afternoon.
And that's important to notice. A routine should fit your energy, not fight against it.
Exactly. In the afternoon, I prefer lighter tasks. Listening to a podcast, reading, or practicing English in a relaxed way.
Speaking of that, learning English is part of my daily routine too.
Same. But not in a stressful way.
I listen more than I study. Podcasts, conversations, videos.
Yes, listening is so powerful. You don't need to understand everything.
What I don't like about routines is when they become too rigid. If I miss one day, I don't want to feel guilty.
Me neither. Guilt is not helpful.
Some days, my routine is very short. Other days, it's fuller.
And that's okay. Life changes every day.
At night, I try to slow down. No heavy thinking, no big plans.
Same. Evenings are for rest, not pressure.
So if we had to say one thing, it's this. Our routines are not perfect, but they support us.
Yes, they help us feel more stable and calm.
In the next part, we'll share advice and simple tips to help you build or change your daily routine, and we'll talk about discipline and how it connects to all of this.
Stay with us. We have some very useful ideas to share.
So now that we've shared our own routines, I think it's a good moment to talk directly to the people listening. Many of them probably want to change their daily routine, but they don't know where to start, or they feel overwhelmed because they think they need to change everything at once.
Yes, and that's something I really want to say clearly. You don't need a perfect routine, and you don't need to copy someone else's life. A good routine starts with understanding yourself, your energy, your limits, and what actually makes your days better, not more stressful.
One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to change too much at the same time. They wake up one day and decide they will wake up early, exercise, study, work more, and be productive all day. That usually works for a few days, and then it becomes exhausting, and they stop completely.
Exactly. That's why discipline is often misunderstood. Discipline is not about forcing yourself to do hard things every day. Discipline is about choosing small actions that you can repeat, even on difficult days. It's about showing up in a gentle way, not in a strict or aggressive way.
When you want to change your routine, it's much better to start with one small habit. Just one. For example, drinking water in the morning, listening to English for 10 minutes, or writing one simple sentence. When that habit becomes natural, you can slowly add another one.
And something very important is how you talk to yourself during this process. If you miss a day, it doesn't mean you failed. It just means you are human. Real discipline is not about never stopping, it's about coming back without feeling guilty or ashamed.
Discipline also means protecting your energy. You don't need to be productive all day to have a good routine. Rest is part of discipline. Taking breaks, slowing down, and sleeping well are not signs of laziness. They are signs of self-respect.
Yes, and this is especially important for people learning English. You don't need to study for hours. Listening every day, even passively, is already a strong habit. Over time, your brain adapts, your understanding improves, and your confidence grows naturally.
A routine becomes powerful when it supports your life instead of controlling it. When your routine feels too heavy, it's a sign that it needs to change. You are allowed to adjust it. You are allowed to simplify it. Discipline should make your life easier, not harder.
And remember, change doesn't happen in 1 week. It happens slowly, quietly, day by day. Most progress is invisible at first. But if you stay patient and consistent, one day you will look back and realize how far you've come.
So if you're listening right now and thinking about your own routine, don't ask yourself, how can I change my whole life? Ask yourself, what is one small thing I can do today?
Because one small habit, repeated daily, can change everything. And you don't have to do it alone. We're all learning, growing, and trying together.
Thank you so much for listening to this conversation.
We hope it helped you feel calmer, clearer, and more confident.
Take care of yourself, one day at a time.
And remember, progress is better than perfection.